Hello everyone, how y'all doing? My name is Brandy and I'm the owner of Beamer 82 Designs. Stick around and subscribe if you're interested in craft hauls, craft tutorials, or thrift flips. Be sure and hit that little bell so you can be notified every single time I upload a video. Thanks for watching. Okay, so what I have in store for you guys today is I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to make felt Freshies. So I've already went into Cricut Design Space and printed out my chosen images, and I've resized them to 3x4, which is the size of my felt Freshies. And I've printed out two of each image because I will need one for the front and one for the back. When I print out sublimation images, I prefer to use Cosmos ink and also crafting Besties sublimation paper. I have great results with these two combined. So I'm ready to cut my image, so I just have loaded it onto my mat. Got it squared up, and so I am going to load it into my machine and cut it. And on paper like this, it doesn't take very long at all to cut these images out. It's a fairly quick process. Just don't forget to reverse your images so that when you press them down, they will show right side up. So right now it's reading my registration marks on my images and finding out where it needs to begin cutting. Okay, and now it's going to start cutting. And one of the images I have on this mat, you'll see in just a second, and I want to point that out. Yep, this one that it's starting on, this image right here, has, it's a lot of the images that you'll find for sale on Etsy, and they have the distressing around them. And what you hear right now is my Cricut machine cutting out all of those distress marks. So you have to be really careful about the images that you choose to use, because some of those images with the distress points are going to make your Cricut work extra hard to cut them out. And depending upon what you're going to sublimate on, you may not get good results. And I don't hear enough people talking about that. So I wanted to point that out. This particular image it's having a hard time, but it's not so difficult that it can't be done. And the more that you do sublimation and the more that you deal with distressed images, you'll be able to determine whether it's going to be an easy cut for you or not. It should be almost done. Okay, there it goes. Now it's moving on to the next image, which is much easier for it to cut. So now that that's done, we are just going to unload our mat, and we are going to pop those images out of there. This is kind of difficult to do with one hand. So there you will have your images cut out. And once you get all of those cut out, then we're going to move on to the heat press, and I'll show you what you need to do from there. For this project, you will need your felt Freshies, and these come in all shapes and sizes. I ordered these off of Amazon, and with them came these sealable bags for you to use, and also these hangers, which I will most likely create my own hangers, but those are nice to have if you decide to use them. So you need your felt Freshies, you need your sublimation images, and those need to be cut and ready to go. You will also need some heat transfer tape and possibly a pair of scissors, your butcher paper, and last but not least, of course, you're going to need your heat press, and it needs to be heated up to 400 degrees. The first thing we need to do is we need to take our images and flip them over onto the felt Freshie, and we're going to line them up and tape them down. Okay, we're going to go ahead and repeat that process for all of the images we're going to press. So we're going to lay down our paper and line these images out. And we are going to press them at 400 degrees for 45 seconds. We're going to cover with one more piece of paper, and we're ready to go. Okay. Okay. We're going to do a warm peel. It is easier to take the tape off of the felt side, to peel it off on the felt side, than it is the sticker side or image side. Okay. One more. Okay. And now that we have one side done, we are ready to do the next. We're just going to repeat the process for the other side. So we're going to tape off that back side. And I wanted to show you when you're pressing these, if you get a white edge to your Freshie, if you have a white side on your print, you want to make sure that that's sticking past the Freshie so that doesn't get on there. But I'm going to show you how to fix it in just a second. One way to fix that would be to print your image slightly larger than what your felt Freshie is so that you don't run into that issue in the first place, but it can be fixed, and I'll show you in just a second how to do that. Okay. Again, make sure that white edge is sticking out. So now that we have the back side of all of these images taped up, we are ready to press them and get them done. So once more, we'll line them up, cover them up with another sheet of paper, and then we're ready to press. All right, it looks like it's done. Okay, so all of my images are pressed, and I wanted to come back and discuss this. So if you run into any of these where there's a white line on the edge, you just need to get yourself a really sharp pair of scissors, and you can just simply trim that off. And it's very easy to do. Like I said, the best practice would be to print your images slightly larger. One thing that I also wanted to mention is that if you're going to be selling these, I highly suggest purchasing these perfume bottles, and you can put your fragrance oils into them. If you're going to be shipping them, I also suggest that you put these in their own separate sealed baggie away from your Freshies. So these are some of my partially finished designs. They're not completely finished, but you do get the general idea of what they will look like. You are able to embellish them. You can add rhinestones to them, or even some glitter. And you can top them off with beads and tassels and other little decorations. If you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to drop them in the comment section below. Please like this video and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little red bell so you can be notified every single time I upload a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.